about all these young wideouts you have, and the first name that popped to his mind was Jay Shield. And obviously Iowa fans have known about him, so what he did in high school here. What have you seen out of him in fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, him and along with all the other young guys have been improving, immensely over the duration of camp, and I think he had a really good early camp, and then he was out for a couple of days with hammy, but he's shown a lot of improvement. Talon not here this year, him and Germany are going to have to step up, and I think they're improving, as camp went on. I'm excited to see them out in the game field.
And have you been able to build, I know a lot of new faces for you to throw to this year. Have you been able to build the rapport you're looking for just in that short time frame?
Yeah, definitely. I think, there's a lot of, young, new receivers, and it's a lot about, getting chemistry with those guys. And I think as camp went along, chemistry built, throughout the duration of camp, and I think it's only going to get better as the season goes along, and I think we're all just excited to get out there and play a game finally.
How exciting was it to be on stage with your brother?
It was awesome. It was a really cool experience. It was good to see him. My mom and dad got to come up, and it was it was awesome.
Anybody call you up to see if you wanted to go pro in that?
Go what? Yeah. I had a lot of phone calls. There were a lot of music labels trying to hit me up.
Did you get nervous at all?
Yeah, I actually was pretty nervous. Like, honestly, didn't even want to do it,
really?
Just because, but Tuck's like, "Oh, it'll be cool." And I'm like, "All right." I was more nervous than that than the games, almost.
I was going to ask you. I don't think you get nervous. I didn't think you could.
Yeah, I know. I was just like. Because Tucker was messing with me, he was saying like, "Yeah, when you get up there, I'm just gonna hand you the microphone." I was like, "Dude, do not do that. Like, if you do that, like, I'm not gonna do anything if you do that." It was cool.
You stayed from the video I saw, you were pretty far away from that microphone.
Yeah, he was hogging the whole mic. I couldn't get in there. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't. Yeah, the more his voice that you could hear, the better. So I had to stay away a little bit.
You ever give him a hard time for the Tennessee song?
No, I don't. He wrote it with my dad. Neither one of them are Tennessee fans, so it's just a good song, but I don't give them a hard time about it.
Is there any way you can protect yourself more out there and still be the effective player that you've become, whether it's running the ball or attacking defenders, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think definitely. We've worked on, we kind of have actually a drill now that we do with Coach Davis. It's a sliding drill, so I worked on my slide a little bit, and as much as I can, avoid hits and stuff, I think you obviously I'm going to want to take chances, trying to make runs at the same time. But if I can avoid the big hits, I think it'll help me in the long run throughout the season.
Avoiding them in practice has been kind of difficult too, right?
The avoiding hits?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just early in camp, but ever since then it's been all right. But coaches get mad if guys even get close to me now, so it's kind of it was a complete accident when it happened, but it's been all good since then.
How are the sliding drills? How have you taken to them?
They're good. I don't like slide. I don't even like doing the drills because even in baseball in high school, I slid when I was young in high school, or maybe before high school. I slid and I broke my hip, so ever since then I was just a head first slider. Until I got here, now I have to be a feet first slider again. So, but it's been getting better.
Watching film, did you see any points last year where you should have slid instead of head on or whatever?
Oh yeah, I think every time I slid head first, I should have slid feet first, other than maybe a couple of them. But there were definitely times that I should have gone feet first when I went head first.
Was Pitt one of those times?
I'm trying to.
You're going over the goal line.
Yeah. That could very well have been, but that was kind of a little bit different. I was trying to dive and get maybe a couple extra yards.
Right.
But Indiana was definitely one, the last drive there. But
You wearing a knee brace still?
yes, I am. I'm not sure. I might be wearing that probably just for precautionary reasons. Just my knee feels great, just so it doesn't happen again.
So that diving to get extra yards, that's a big part of your game. Will that change at all, or it can't really change?
Well, if it's critical and we need to get the extra yards, and I'm gonna go and get those extra yards. But if it's I know we got the first, it's just clear that I need a slide. I'll do that.
You guys have had, I think, 8 months to, stew over what happened in the Rose Bowl. How much is that? Basically, all the motivation anybody needed in this building to be ready for this year?
Yeah, I think that and the Big Ten championship. We're a hungry team, and those 2 games helped us to be a little bit more hungry this season and in the off season. I think that we've used that throughout the off season program, and we've been ever since that last game. We get that taste in our mouth. We're ready to just get on the field for the season. Start over new. It's a new season, a new team. We're excited for the opportunity.
Are there any other motivations you find or you draw from?
I mean, I think just looking back on it, this is my senior year, and it's my last go at it. I want to make the most out of this senior year, and I'm going to do everything I can. I know my teammates are going to do everything that they can do to make it the best season that we can possibly make it, and I'm going to put that upon myself to do it the best that I can do.
It's pretty rare for this program to have true freshmen pop up on the depth chart. One guy, Devontae Young, it seems like he's a guy that's come on fast. What have you seen out of him?
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's, it's not easy. Like you said, it's not easy to be a true freshman and get some quality reps like that with the ones and first team guys. And he's kind of grasped onto it fairly quickly with his knowledge of the offense, and he's done a good job. I mean, he's still making mistakes, which we expect that of a young guy like that, but he's doing enough and doing well enough that he's worked his way into the 2 deep, and he's getting reps, and I think he can help us this year.
How about Nate Stanley? How would you compare where he is now to like where you were as a true freshman?
I think he's ahead of where I was as a true freshman, definitely. He's gotten a lot more reps than I did as a true freshman. I mean, my mind was going 100 miles an hour, and so was his. But when I got hurt throughout camp, he had to step up, and obviously everyone got bumped up a role, so he was taking more of those 2 reps than I did. I didn't get any my freshman year, so he's definitely more far along than I was as a freshman.
Did you develop a comfort level with tight end after George? Do you know those guys better now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming into camp, we didn't really know who was who. I mean, obviously I know Pete and
Right.
Wisniewski, but those freshman guys, Fant and TJ Talkinson, those guys, they got a lot of talent. And I think after working with them and them getting their feel for the offense, you get a feel for where they're at right now, and they're doing a good job. Obviously, their minds are going 100 miles an hour right now too, but they definitely improved over the duration of camp.
Do you see them breaking out the red shirts, or
I don't know.
turning off the red
It's hard to
shirts?
tell right now. There's definitely a chance for that to happen, but it all depends on how the game plays out, what happens. Guys get hurt or whatnot, and we'll figure that out as the season goes.
Did you learn anything about the offense? Like I asked Jaleel, what were your initial impressions of your defense? He said he thought they were pretty good at stopping the run during camp. Did you guys learn anything about what you guys are or aren't in camp? Did anything come clear?
Yeah, I didn't think they were very good at stopping the run. But they did a good job. Jaleel's in core of the defensive line there, and Josie at linebacker. And you got Greg and Desmond at corner. A lot of older guys, senior leadership up there, and I think they're going to be a great defense. And I've got complete confidence that they'll do their job. It's just a matter of us doing ours.
Were explosive plays hard to come by against those 2 corners?
Yeah, they were. When you're on these good corners like that, it helps our receivers improve, and you're getting off and getting open, and it helps me improve as a quarterback and a passer. Getting balls down or fitting in tight windows, and I think that it ultimately helped our offense.
Specifically with Dez, you've been going against him for several years now, and a lot of these drills and stuff. I mean, how difficult how big of a challenge is it to go against somebody like that? Because he can cover a lot of it.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I mean, he's just got a really good instinct for the game, and taking nothing from him, he does it in games as well. But he's gone against our offense growing on 4 years, so he's got a really good sense about formationally what we do out of certain formations, and I think he's very instinctive in that way. And he's also, receiver can beat him off the line. But he's got really good game speed where he's going to make that space up, and it's tough to play his way. But we've definitely had our shots during camp at those plays.
As far as running this week, it's finally week 1. Are you no holds barred this week? Or are you going to be every snap? You're going to think it all through, like, should I run here?
Yeah, no. Obviously, I'm going to go through my progressions, but if the protection breaks down and I have to run it, no doubt I'm going to run it and feel fine doing it.
Given how young we've talked about with his receivers, the fact that you have Matt Vandenberg back, that he seemed to always be open. How big is that for you heading into this year?
It's huge. I mean, he's the senior or leader of the receiver group, and He had a great year last year for us, and he's very accountable. Him being where he needs to be, and we've got good chemistry. We've had good chemistry for a couple of years now, and I think a big part of our offense's success will be how me and him are, how we relate to each other and get him the ball and stuff like that.
Who's been the biggest surprise in camp in your eyes?
I think there's been a lot of guys, not necessarily surprises, just guys that have stepped up and have shown, a lot of upside. I think a lot of those young receivers, Devontae, Germany, I think Jay Shields had a good camp, and I think Noah Fant's got a lot of talent. Like I said, he's still learning and still trying to think and process stuff, but he's got a lot of talent. I think he'll be definitely be good someday. Possibly help us this year.
Who's snapping the ball to you on Saturday?
James Daniels will be snapping me the ball. He's gotten all the reps during camp, and so that's that.
Is that going good? Well,
It's been going really well. He's done a great job. It's crazy because all spring he wasn't playing center, and he had all season they were like, yeah, you'll play guard for us, and Sean's going to play center, and then that switched over camp, and he's done a great job at accepting that task and taking it in, and good snaps and getting us in the right, getting the line on the right page, same page.